Okay, looking at these two scenarios, I see two differences. One being that this has one set of mass and this has two sets of masses. I also noticed that the arrows are of different lengths. And these are important differences because when there's less mass, there's less force being applied to the object to pull it down, which is demonstrated by this force arrow. The arrow will show you the amount of force, but in comparison to the other setup. So in this setup, there's a smaller arrow to show us that there's less force. I also know this because of the second law of motion. With less mass, it requires less force to be applied. And so if there's less force being applied to this hanging weight, then there's less force being applied to the string and to the cart. So if there's less force being applied to the cart, I also know from the second law of motion that there is less acceleration. When there's less force applied, there is less acceleration because they are directly proportional to each other. So whichever object or whichever car needs to accelerate more would need more mass. So looking at these two options, I would say that B would accelerate more because it has a greater mass and because I see it has greater force applied.